But now, up top, Turtle already started. Looking for an engagement. Sanguine Claws compromising Team Falcons' engagement. The split early on. And now the ride, the flicker. Ryota displaced, jumping into the skies. Slam dunking on dudes. Down goes Ogwin, but so does Ryota. And now FlapTeasy gonna get popped here. Not enough is a Turtle still standing. Approaching half health. Ryota pushing them all back. Zaman Force dropped in by Savero. Dealing a lot of damage. Actually, it's from Marco. Savero pops him though. Oh dear God. They're all just going down. Still no one taken out from ONIC. Down goes.
ONIC doesn't have magic resist.
Oh, that's a conceal. And the ejector threatened by Keyboy. Look at the back line. View goes down. Ryota jumping in. FlapTeasy taken out by Savero. Super Marco falls as well. And it's all a disaster for Falcons as Ogwin falls.
Kyle?
Teasy, the only one left. Oh,
Jump.
That's a soul snatch coming in. It's a wipeout on.
Good. You need something that's going to have that purify. Oh, that's why they wanted to go for the carry this time round. It does well into the Harith, deals with glue pretty well.
He has picked up an MBL ID and he has been able to perform on it, but it's not as clear-cut, especially in the early start of the game.
Yeah, building around a carry while you want to, play to the early game power spike of a Jawhead and a Hanzo while investing in a Sicilian. It's a little too much you want to do in a single lineup. So that's where that's coming from. While Team Falcons, it's very down the wire. You know what I mean? It's like when they go wrong, they can really bounce back. But I don't know how they snowball just yet. I also do not want to call it as easy a win for them. But one thing is true, this is the never-ending rivalry, and it ends now. Savero gets hit with a shadow kill, and Kyle Teasy gets one.
And that's why the Moscow pick was really, really, really good, right? I mean, what can a carry do when an early game Hayabusa with that much base damage and that much kill pressure in the early portion of the game is jumping at you?
Gideon already said it, you just pray.
And I don't think he prayed enough because...
Yeah, they have no allies. That's step two. Step two is you hope you have allies next to you so you can share the shadow kill. Now, Annabelle jumping in, point blank, Kinjutsu, Kyle Teasy with the, again, arguably better mobility spell in the quad shadow, stopping the engagement.
This is literally the performance that we were expecting from Kyrie on the Fanny in game number 2, and he's been able to do it really, really well. You can even see from his emblems, there's a lot more emphasis on, neutral, objective take, jungling. There's also a little bit more, just additional damage as well as attack speed as well coming in from this man. And how do they work around it? Oh, few though.
Uh-oh. That's the superior range coming into play. I don't think Few was ready for it either. But now, up top, Turtle already started. Looking for an engagement. Sanguine Claws compromising Team Falcons' engagement. The split early on. And now the ride, the flicker. Ryota displaced, jumping into the skies. Slam dunking on dudes. Down goes Ogwin, but so does Ryota. And now FlapTeasy gonna get popped here. Not enough healing just yet.
Wait, the Sky Kings come back.
Oh, yeah.
They strike back. Kyle Teasy is in the vicinity. Is he looking for a cheeky steal?
Yeah, and he doesn't get it. Kyrie with a sharp retribution. I think this is a smart way to approach the early game. ONIC should just isolate Savero, make as much trouble elsewhere, and then go from there.
I guess that's the plan, right? Maybe in terms of kill pressure, maybe in terms of pickoffs, Team Falcons has a say in it, especially with how aggressive Kyle Teasy has been playing. He's at 2-0-0 at the moment, but when it comes down to these, these neutral objective takes, these 5v5s, it looks like ONIC have a lot more tools to play around with, especially now that we're in the 3rd minute of the game. FlapTeasy and Ryota, what do you think about this Glue versus Phoveus lane?
I think it's a lane where they just both want to get out of there. Whoever gets out first is happy, and then they're just waiting for the next fight. Like, that's the story of that lane, and that's why you'll rarely see them there. You'll rarely see them fight against each other actively because they want to keep their kit for the actual engagement. So yeah, it really starts in mid. It really starts with Ogwin, with Keyboy, and of course, what kind of ults and resources the junglers are willing to give up on and spend to get that advantage. That's why it's not so clear-cut who's in the lead. The turtle was scored by ONIC, yes, but the fights are still easier picked by Team Falcons.
Absolutely, and even in terms of gold or economy, ONIC doesn't hold a lot more over Team Falcons either. You can even say it's non-existent at this point, plus 90 only in gold for the first 4 minutes of the game. We're seeing Falcons trying to look for something else on the map, doesn't quite find the right opening and starts to rotate elsewhere. But the same can be said for ONIC right now. Ogwen knows Keyboy is in that bush, doesn't look for a push in, and it's a slow passive game, very different to what we saw from game number 1 and game number 2.
Yeah, they both now respect that pivot point, that fulcrum of the turn of events wherein like you just let go once and your opponent snowball out of control. Because both lineups can do that actually. Keyboy very lethal on the joint. Like just now with the ejector forcing a split from FLCN and they flicker away, compromising one of the main engagement tools for Falcons. And Few just pops that quickly.
Oh, Ogwen also needs to be very careful with his positioning right now. There is still damage coming through. Ryota jumps back in.
Infernal Pursuit. Ogwen wasn't have any of it. Again, the sustainability on this Kalia doing work. Now this is a turtle still standing, approaching half health. Ryota pushing them all back. Zaman Force dropped in by Savero, dealing a lot of damage. Actually, it's from Marco. Savero pops him though. Oh dear God! They're all just going down. Still no one taken out from ONIC. Down goes Kyle Teasy, and so does the turtle, bowing down to the Sky Kings.
That's 4 members taken down from the side of Team Falcons of Philippines for the price of absolutely none.
It's free 99.
It's insane. ONIC pick up that neutral objective. They pick up this turret as well in the mid lane, and the Hayabusa will not be able to function with his purple buff. Everything taken out. This is a 3,000, almost 4,000 gold lead for the Sky Kings in the first 6 minutes of the game, and they really are rolling out of control.
This is that clutch point, that transition moment in the game where a single trade, a single win in a fight plus conversions will put you and skyrocket you in a position like this. I guess Falcons, they were just waiting for a perfect engagement. ONIC did not give it to them. They took down the elements or the singular parts of their fight faster and dismantled them even before they can get into position. So now, ONIC want to do that again. They're using Keyboy, they're using Ryota to force something out of Team Falcons.
Absolutely, absolutely. And oh, wait a second, FLCN.
And now the jump in. Oh, look at the damage brought out by ONIC. Tsunami Slam already spent in by Ogwen. The flicker only really used to reposition. The grab on Keyboy. Might have been the wrong target. He doesn't mind. The Feast of Bats on Sans keeping him topped up. Down goes Flap. Nothing from Falcons.
Nada, zero. I need another word in a different language.
That was a gratis kill.
That was a gratis kill. That
Or
was
a kill gratis.
That was a free kill, ladies and gentlemen. 4,000 gold lead for ONIC. And if we saw the items earlier on as well, Kyrie is so ahead right now. Even in terms of XP, he's sitting at 12.
Oh my God, 503.
Exactly. 503, 12, 2 levels up of Kyle Teasy. So
Almost
even in
2,000
these neutral
gold.
objectives, it's going to be so different. Exactly.
Oh my God.
2,000 gold lead, ladies and gentlemen, for Kyrie. I think this is the first time I've seen Kyrie on the Hanzo. And this is the performance we're looking for.
Yeah, this is the MPL ID staple because this is a hero that is picked often in your region. Tsunami Slam on one, catching on to the Eternal Guard. Keyboy very low. Zaman Force by Marco, dancing around. Ryota falls. And that's 3 members of ONIC pushed out of the turtle pit, still standing. They've been holding this turtle overtime. He wanted to turn to a lord 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, I don't think that was the best of engages coming from ONIC, and that's going to be a free turtle given over to Team Falcons. Well, technically not free. They traded 2 members from the side of ONIC for it. But this is the clapback we're seeing again from Team Falcons. ONIC have to be careful with these engages because, again, having the Kalea on the side of Ogwen does give them a lot more leeway to work around in these team fights. Meanwhile, Kyrie goes back in.
All right. Dashing away, slashing away, forcing Super Marco to back off. That's what a farmed out Hanzo is capable of. Again, he's currently sitting at what? 3 items. That's his trinity, which is basically a marksman trinity.
Yeah. It's Corrosion Scythe, Golden Staff, and the DHS for Kyrie. And speaking of the Holy Trinity, it looks like Savero is on his as well, already with the 3 items up. And it seems like they are ready now for more damage. I think in the earlier team fight, Savero did not have the DHS just yet.
Yeah, no. It's basically a copy-paste build. Like, Kyrie, what are you building? Oh,
Yours.
same. So that's the kind of damage they're putting out. It's real and physical. Now Flapteezy forced to use a split here. He's scared of ghosts. Rides the actual body, pulls him out, but where's the clapback? Where's the follow-through? Shadow kill spent in by Kyle Teasy. But Kyrie has taken Flapteezy to a place he's never been. So far away from home, the Filipino cannon is gonna get popped.
Oh, and even Flapteezy also gets taken down, right? We saw the shadow kill earlier on from Kyle Teasy, and it's starting to look underwhelming. He only has 2 items at the moment, only with the Hunter Strike as well as the War Axe. So what he had earlier on is no longer there. With how many items and how many physical resources or adjustments ONIC has against that kind of damage, Team Falcons need a little bit more time now. I think Super Marco next item should be the Holy Crystal. Just secured it in just a bit. And I guess that's what they're waiting for, that power spike?
Yeah, it's all on Marco right now because I'm looking even at Few. He only has 2 items. I'm looking at Kyle. He barely has 3. There, just built the Malefic Roar. So they are down. This is a significant 3K, 4K gold lead, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, the Holy Crystal on Marco. I think that's go time. Maybe. If Flap can get a decent split, they've always been so good at compromising Flap. Even Ogwin, his Tsunami Slams feel like a hug from a friend, you know? It's comfortable for ONIC.
ONIC doesn't have magic resist.
Oh, that's a conceal. And the ejector, threatened by Keyboy. Look at the back line. Few goes down. Ryota jumping in. Flapteezy taken out by Savero. Super Marco falls as well. And it's all a disaster for Falcons as Ogwin falls. Kyle Teasy, the only one left. Oh,
Jump.
That's a soul snatch coming in. It's a wipeout. ONIC take down all of Team Falcons.
The Sky Kings reign on top, ladies and gentlemen, in the 11th minute of this game. Full wiped out as they're going to be able to pick up this Lord, get more turrets under their belt, and Team Falcons have to go back to 0 and think about how they get themselves out of this precarious position, because it's looking like a 7,000 gold lead plus, almost a 10K. At this point.
It's huge. And building, Eterna, and building. So far, Team Falcons have to think twice about leaving their base now. Yes, they are maybe a step or 2 away from sheer defeat, wherein your base is cleaned out, no inhibitors, and you're dealing with waves again and again and again. Now it's just miserable. It's just like, we can't leave. We can't set fights wherein we're the aggressors. They have to counterattack. That's the only way Team Falcons can win. If they punish ONIC by overextending.
It's not going to be as simple, right? Because ONIC have so much range to work with. They also have Savero, technically not as great of range, but still really big siege potential on these inhibitor turrets. And we're seeing that damage come through. Keyboy already looking for the zone. The conceal already popped in as well. They've been able to take down the bottom inhibitor turret as they're looking for their next one.
Ejector on to Super Marco, the perfect target. Falcons have gotten clipped. Down goes Flapteezy and Few. I'm going to say it. ONIC ID are going to take this series. Kyle Teasy and Ogwin are just holding on for dear life. 2-1. 2-1. The Sky Kings take the series. 2-1.
2-1. Really great stuff from the Sky Kings. A new hope. I mean, they went all the way to the grand finals the last time we saw them in the Snapdragon Pro Series, and it looks like they're trying to replicate that same success. Unfortunately for Flapteezy, that revenge plot will not be today.